Alright guys, check it out. I'm converting my truck to fuel injection. There's the intake. Let me get this off here. This is a 1200 CFM throttle body. 1200 CFM. Here's the intake with the fuel injector spots. And it accepts this CNC fuel injector rail, so it's be direct port injection. Look at that fucking hole there, man. those ports, looks like I might need to clean the ports up a little bit, but it's got the big square ports, and yeah, I'm going to convert it fuel injection. These are the fuel injectors. These fuel injectors are good up until 1100 horsepower. And so yeah, these 1100 horsepower, these are good for. 1200 CFM, this is good for. So that should be plenty. So when I convert to fuel injection, you know, I've only got like 500 horsepower, but once I convert to fuel injection, I'll later be able to put dual turbos on it and get it up to 1000 horsepower. And besides just converting it to fuel injection, that's all I'm doing this spring is fuel injection. I might do the turbos next spring if everything works out good. I'm doing all the engine control management from scratch myself. So all the engine control, I'll have an oxygen sensor and all the sensors and shit all running to microcontrollers running off the programs I write. And I'll completely control everything from scratch myself. And also, I'm going to take out my whole gauge cluster out of my dash and put this LCD screen in, and I'll have digital gauges that I'm going to program myself. I already started on them, and they'll all be ran by this, which is the smallest microcomputer you can buy. This is a Raspberry Pi Zero, and that'll run my gauges and a few other things, and my radio. And yeah, I'm gonna have the radio, complete custom radio too. And this is a 7-inch touchscreen, and it will be ran by microcontroller, and this will be my control interface for everything. Since it'll be touchscreen, I'll be able to control everything, and control the radio, control the fuel mapping, and everything else. I'm gonna put some GPS in it, and all. I'm gonna do all kinds of stuff eventually. This is a long-term project. Everything I'm making from scratch to control it, and it'll be pretty interesting once it's done. Right now I'm working on. I'm almost done with the circuit for the fuel injector, the wideband fuel injector, or not fuel injector, oxygen sensor. And I'm almost done with the circuit, and I've learned how to operate the wideband oxygen sensor and making my own stuff from circuit from scratch. I did have to use a specific integrated circuit made by Bosch, and work with that in special integrated circuit to control the oxygen sensor correctly. And yeah, I'll be making everything from scratch, programming it, making all the circuits, all that shit. And I'll have fuel injection on the big block. It's gonna be pretty crazy. And I'm get rid of all the gauges, and this will be my gauge setup, and I could do whatever I want with the gauges. You know, I can make them, if I wanted to, I could make the gauges two big old titties with with a dial going from the nipple. You know, I could do whatever I wanted, because I can just program it in, you know. But yeah, it's gonna be a long-term project. It's gonna take me a while. Right now I'm almost ready to start testing the oxygen sensor and getting a feel for that, and then from there I've got to get all the, I still need all the sensors and stuff that goes into running the fuel injection. You know, a throttle position sensor, the idle air control, just all that stuff is. I gotta take all the readings from all those sensors and use those to control the fuel injection and all that. So yeah, this is a project I'm gonna be working on. Gonna be pretty interesting. All right, later.